because I know I'm about to say something here controversial, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Because a lot of guys, some of you guys might be married, some of you guys might be in a relationship with a woman, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to stand firm on it. I don't care what anyone says. If a woman does not give you the bedroom fun, okay, I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly, she's useless to you. And I'm going to say why, okay? I know that sounds awful to say it like that, to objectify in that way. But the thing is this, men don't ask for much from women, right? We want some booty, maybe a sandwich here or there, peace and quiet. Men don't want much. Women, however, taller than me, make more money than me, successful, confidence, all this stuff, right? Big dick, all this other stuff. So women require a lot from men. So men don't ask for much. But since we don't ask for much, the things that we ask for are much more important. So if a girl doesn't give you sex, bro, that's like 1/3 of what she's supposed to give you gone, 50% almost. So my thing is this. If you're in a relationship right now, for all the guys that are watching out there, you're in a relationship with a girl, your wife, whatever it is, and she's no longer giving you enthusiastic sex, start to prepare to kick her to the curb, okay? Because what'll happen is if a woman doesn't respect you, this is what she's gonna do. She's gonna dangle that pussy against you. Oh, you want some of this? Oh, okay, take out the trash. Cook for me. Oh, take me to Nobu. Take me to Komodo. And that right there, when a woman starts leveraging bedroom fun against you, that's when she no longer respects you guys. Facts. And right now you're seeing the byproduct of a woman that no longer respects her husband. You know what I'm saying? Talking to him like this in the way. Because here's the thing right now. He probably still pays the bills. He probably still protects her.
Oh, he does.
He probably still takes care of her. So his roles are still he's still doing his job. But she ain't doing her job saying, well, I didn't force you, blah, blah, blah. Shifting blame, not taking accountability. So guys, if your girl ain't giving you bedroom fun, she doesn't have to give you sex. I'm not saying she has to. But what I am saying is that you need to kick her to the curb and find a girl that will.
I got to say, though, this man is brave. He is on a live interview telling his wife this in person. Yo, props to you, brother. I don't know who you are, but goddamn, that's your wife, bro.
He already lost having the conversation with her.
Yeah.
But what's your take? We'll start with Nessa and work our way around.
Honestly, I agree with you guys. Like, as men, like you said, you don't really ask a lot, like, for women besides sex. So it's like, I'm a person that enjoys sex, and if there isn't that in the relationship, honestly, I don't know if I can stay in something like that.
Wow.
You know? It's like,
well, here, how about this though? Let's say you don't feel like having sex, but would you give it to him if he's feeling it?
Okay,
he wants to have it.
Yeah,
that's the real question. It's not when you want it; it's when he wants it.
Okay, yes, but you'd have to like either go down on me first or something. Because like, if I'm not in the mood, like I'm not wet.
Okay, then you break up with her, guys. Okay, you want the best part then after that.
Come on.
Okay,
you guys have sex with no foreplay?
Hold on. So let me ask you this. So it's funny you said, because I actually kind of agree with you. But let me ask you this though: what if you want sex, right? 3 times a day?
Like I said, I'm a person that really enjoys it, so I don't mind.
Okay,
but like if I'm like really tired, let's say one day, and I've been out all day, and like I just like my body hurts, like I've been walking in heels for hours, like I'm just tired, and you get mad at me for saying no because I'm tired, then I'm gonna feel like I'm like forced to have like sex with you.
Because I will admit, right? You should have some rest days, of course, especially if it's like a big dick. But at the same time, does the guy rest his support for you financially? He doesn't. Which is
why you gotta have multiple women.
Right? The house, look, the lights have to be on.
Money line.
Don't agree with that.
The car has to be running. Bills have to be paid. There's no rest days for the guy. So for you, why is there rest days?
Takes 2 minutes to
I'm curious. I'm asking you a question.
For me, because like I work a lot, like often, like I said, I'm a model, or like I'm an artist, like I'm always doing something, like I'm just always doing something. So like I get tired, I'm a hard worker. Okay. And I get tired.
And I think that's okay to say no one time.
It's okay. Guys. It's not that you're saying no all the time. It's just
so you guys don't think your girl could say no. Yeah, like you come home and you want to and she don't want to and she says no, it's a problem, you're gonna kick her to the curb.
Yeah, the woman is not like
yes.
What the hell?
Here's
what
question.
do you mean yes?
If I come home from work and I am tired, I want to chill with my girl and I want to have sex, and she's like, oh no, I'm tired, then at that point, remember we agreed to a monogamous relationship. So my deal is of the bargain, I'm paying the bills, I'm taking care of the whole household. If all I want is some pleasure when I get home from work, why is that bad?
I don't understand the link between paying the bills and having sex with your. What's the connection?
Because remember, right? It takes two roles in a relationship. One person does A, one person does B. If I'm the guy and I'm a real man, I'm taking care of the household, I'm paying the bills, and I'm adding to the family. When I get home from that whole stressful day, or let's say a whole week of stress, right? My girl's home as well. Why can't we have sex? Because I get it. You might be tired from mauling, and I 100% get that. But I'll say this. Every now and then, I understand that. But for the most part, if I'm paying the bills, I expect on some level, you know what? If you're my girl and you don't want me to step out, then take care of me while I'm here.
Yeah, but if you have like the financial power, doesn't mean that you can decide everything in a relationship.
I think you should put your woman in the mood. If you want to have sex 3 times a day,
I want to come in, drop your pants, and be like,
even if you're doing it, you might not have to go down on me, but like, come kiss my neck. Be affectionate, and
I will say 100%. You can't just rush in if it's dry. That's
like
a Sahara desert
for you guys.
But I'm saying.
I think a lot of guys.
I'll do that shit, but I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Myron? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to say the truth about this because I love this. Because earlier in the show, we asked you ladies, would you be content with a man stepping out and having sex with other women? All of you were pretty much like, no, you will not accept that. However, you will not pleasure him when it doesn't convenience you. Hold on, let me finish.
What?
Because you guys are saying if I'm tired and I'm not ready or whatever, I should be able to say no. And my answer to that, let me finish. My answer to that is this. I get it. You know, you might have had a long day walking in your heels. You might have had a long day working. You might have had a long day doing something, whatever it may be. But the point is this, okay? That's like me saying, oh, you had a long day working with your heels. Well, you know what? I didn't pay the bills this week. You know, I was so focused on making sandwiches. Damn it, man. I was so focused on the light just came off. Oh my God, I was so focused. Here's the problem, ladies. You guys want to be able to get the benefits of male provisioning and security and protection without giving up what you're supposed to be giving to the man. Because the reality is this. If someone breaks into the house, right, and I'm your husband, I'm supposed to protect and care for you. I can't just say, damn, man, I'm not really feeling it right now. Like, you know, I'm kind of scared. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, this guy might kill me. You know what? I'm not in the mood. You know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling brave today. You got this one, right? You can watch the porn. You got this one? The gun's in the thing. I'm going to go back to sleep. No, that's the problem is that a man's roles are static while your roles are negotiable. And my argument is this. If you want to be able to say, I want to have bedroom fun at this time, whatever, you want to have these rules in place with when you're going to pleasure a man, when what he asks for is actually not that important. It's very little compared to what he gives you, putting his life on the line, providing for you financially, putting a house over your head, paying the bills, etc. You can't even give him sex. Then you need to at least accept the reality that he's going to want to have sex with other women. And you should not only allow it, but you should not, well, not even, I'm not even going to say allow because you don't really have the choice there, but you should accept it and let him do it and not give him a hard time because all of you guys want to be able to exercise your sexual privilege, but you still want to get his roles all the time non-negotiable, which is fucked up, which is why it is BS that guys have to bring all this to the table and women don't want to give him sex. And that's why I tell guys all the time, by you being a man, being in a relationship with a woman, you have to bring more to the table than she does. I hate to say it like that. Women date up. They don't date down. So if you're dating up, you're not looking for an equal. You're looking for a superior. So if you're looking for a superior, you got to provide for that superior. And if you don't want to do it, that's cool, but you're going to have to share them.
Okay, I want to hear your thoughts.
You can't have your cookie and eat it too, man. Your cake and eat it too.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So I feel like when you're in a relationship, most men, and when I first got in, like you first get into a relationship, there's a lot more sex. And I feel like that is because it's exciting and everything like that. When you get used to being in a relationship with somebody, I don't think if a woman is telling her man, no, I don't want to have sex, and he's doing those things, like purposely trying to put her in the mood, kissing on her, I think then that's a problem. Yeah. But if you're coming home and you're just like, hey, I need you to do it.
Yeah.
And then, oh, she doesn't want to give it to you. And, oh, well, why aren't you giving it to me? Now I'm going to go see the girl next door. But it's like, you didn't even try to put me in the situation.
He doesn't have to, though. Well, I'm going to go a step further. Your pleasure is irrelevant. I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. Your pleasure is irrelevant because
why?
Because here's the thing. I'm going to say it. Most men ain't going to admit it. I'm going to say it. Your pleasure is irrelevant because a woman's, what women benefit from the security, provisioning, and all the other things that a man brings to the table. The fact that you don't have to work, that you live a very comfortable life, you're able to get what you want, live a.
But you
didn't say that.
You're telling about.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Because let's keep it a stack. We're going to have this conversation. Let's do it. Women never treat sex as what it is. What is sex? It's basically a handshake, right? Equal value exchange. Women never treat it like that. What women do is they treat sex as a value-loaded exchange. And what I mean by that is they're always going to expect something in return for the sex, right? Let's keep it real. Like a girl ain't just going to fuck you just because. And typically she's going to want you to take her on a date, maybe shop, whatever it is. Women, to some degree, leverage sex for some kind of compliance from men. Very rarely are you going to see a guy, you're hot, I'm hot, let's do it right now. I don't even know your name. Very rarely that's going to happen. They're going to leverage it. So with that said, since you treat sex as a value-loaded exchange, right, where you're getting something in return typically, the man really doesn't have to worry about, since he's providing all these other things for you, your pleasure is irrelevant with sex because he has to bring all these other things to the table. And this is the uncomfortable reality. Your duty as a wife is to keep your man happy sexually because men don't ask for much. You guys ask for much. And by virtue of a man being in a relationship with you, I know inevitably he had to bring value to the relationship. You guys don't have to bring much to the relationship.
But do you think that's all there is to a relationship? Just sex and you paying the bills? Like, because it's not. And you guys are really making it seem like you're buying sex. Oh, I pay the bill, so you have to fuck me. Like, no, I don't actually. Like,
no, you don't. You don't. And that's why I'm saying then you have to be content with sharing him.
No, I don't either. Like, you can just go. Why?
Like,
first of all, I don't have a problem with sharing my man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay.
But if we spoke about this is us relationship and this is a me and you relationship, then it's gonna be that way because that's at the end of the day, a relationship is whatever you make it. A relationship doesn't have to go by the same guidelines that her relationship goes by and that her relationship goes by. If I meet you and we both agree, okay, this is what we're gonna do and this is how it's gonna be, and then you're gonna start cheating, then that's completely freaking different. But the way that, like, okay, because now you guys are saying like, oh yeah, but how you guys first brought it up, you guys are making it seem like you're coming home to your wife, you're looking at her and you're like, I'm tired from work, let's fuck. Nobody's gonna want to do that. Like, and that's the way you guys made it seem. You guys didn't make it seem like you guys are coming home, you're like, hey baby, you start kissing on your girl, and it goes from there. No, you guys are making it seem like you guys are walking into your house, looking at your wife and be like, I had a long day at work, I pay all the bills, you did nothing today, so now you have to. Like,
okay, well, I'll tell you this. Hold on, no. Then you know what? If we're gonna have these negotiable roles like this, where he's gotta butter you up and all that other stuff, if someone breaks into the house, all right, you can run your shit. Then you know what? I'm gonna look at you and be like, hey, can you sing to me real quick? Get me ready. I'm gonna I need to go defend us. Can you give me like play the Vegeta theme for me? Like, come on, I need to get hyped up. Can you do that?
But
you're looking at like, yo, what the fuck? Like, are you crazy? We're gonna get robbed right now.
Oh, but you're comparing something that has to be like life-threatening and like my safety and all of our safety because you're in the house too. We could both get shot if you're not gonna do nothing. You're comparing that to like something that isn't a danger, something that isn't like you don't need to have sex. Like you want to have sex. You don't need to have sex.
You know what's perfect? You just walked right into my trap.
Okay.
Trap card.
Exactly. He's putting himself on the line for something far more serious and more dangerous, and you can't even give him sex?
But there's no comparison there.
There's a big comparison. Yeah. He's putting his life on the line.
Because someone broke into our home where we both live, where we all live,
but
where our kids are at.
Let me finish. Mm-hmm. He's putting his life on the line to protect you.
And himself.
No. He could run out the house.
Okay, I could run out too then. We can all run. We can all run.
Let's keep it a stack though. Let's keep it a stack. You ain't gonna expect him to run. He's gonna have to defend the house. Most guys, if he loves his wife, he's gonna defend her. So he's putting his life on the line to protect you. But you're over here saying, well, if I don't feel it right now or you don't kiss me on my neck, I'm not going to give it to you.
I think that protect a person doesn't mean to pay the bills or
no, ladies, the problem is this.
You
guys have a problem with doing your job, but you have a problem with doing your job, but you don't have a problem with holding your husband to his job. See the difference? He has to put his life on the line to protect you. He's obligated to do that. But if he says, hey, I want you to have sex with me, and I don't feel like kissing you on the neck. I just want to get my D sucked. This is a problem. I'm not an object. but he's expected to put his life on the line for you? That's ridiculous.
But how is he putting his life on the line for me if they're breaking into a home where we both live at? Like, you're defending yourself as well. You're not only defending me. I'll hide under the bed. Like, go defend yourself. Run out. Do whatever you got to do. But like,
and that's the point, is that you can't do it.
Why not?
You're going to deal with the home invaders?
Well, as a man yourself, if I said, oh, babe, I got it, most men will be like, no, you don't. I got it. I'm going to protect you, because that's just normal. But again, you're comparing somebody breaking into our home to me having to have sex with you when you come home from work.
But
wait, you're not listening. You're just hearing me, but you're not listening.
Hold
what
on,
I'm saying is that
go ahead.
his investment is far stronger and more involved than your investment. He's got to put his life on the line, whereas he's asking you for sex and temporary discomfort, or you not wanting to do it at the time because I'm not feeling hot enough, is you're making us think like I shouldn't have to be able to do this. And what I'm saying is that he's protecting you, putting his life on the line for you. So he's obviously more involved.
But you are not mentioning what a wife do for her husband. So you are like saying, okay,
what man do, like, and not in every household, girls do pay bills.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what your opinion was, or what if the man's not paying the bills? What if he's not bringing that financial value? What if he doesn't have a higher status?
80% of men's,
See,
all men's relationship right now.
But what he's saying is, for example, if you stop the home invasion on your own, right, and he cowers and he runs away, the next day you will break up with him, right? And that's what he's trying to say.
If someone robbed the house and I left you there to deal with it, you would break up with me the next day. You would divorce me. You'd be like, what the fuck? What I'm saying is that men should feel the same way when a girl doesn't want to give them sex. Now I get what you're saying. Well, what about for guys? I'm paying half the bills, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, that's an average guy. But most guys, like, that have their shit together, whatever, they're gonna cover everything. And what I'm saying is
most guys don't have their shit together.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're talking about guys that have their shit together. This man is a celebrity paying all the bills for his wife and supporting her, and she ain't doing it. Wow. That's the problem. We're not talking about average guys that do 50-50. Listen, you want to do that 50-50 stuff? Then yeah, cool. That's negotiable. But most guys that have their shit together financially and are like a little bit more dominant, they're not pussies. Yeah, they're not gonna tolerate that BS. And the other thing too is that, like I said, if you're not willing to give him the sex whenever he wants, that's cool. But understand that he's gonna get it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be cool with that because you don't want to do your job. And that's what it is. And ladies get mad when I say that, but men are success objects and women tend to be looked at as sex objects. I know that's fucked up, but there's a reason why you guys can make $500 a day from selling feet pictures on OnlyFans, and we can't.
Yeah, the issue here is leverage. And most guys, like you said, they're bums. 80%, they have to go to work and they don't really cover all the bills. So matter of fact is you would never, handle that situation the same way. However, we're talking about the top 10% of guys that are actually successful. They're doing their thing, like the guy in the video. So Myron's saying, just to break it down even further, that if I'm going to put my life on the line, if I'm going to provide for the family, right, that's my obligation. Now, your obligation is obviously household chores, taking care of the house, making sure the family's good.
And
you guys are very old
what about a family? What about the family?
No, these are traditional roles that men and women follow.
If I have children, okay, and I need to take care of my son or my daughter, and my husband go to work, it's a 50-50, because I'm a mother and I take care of my
That's two different roles, though. So
okay, but two roles, different, for sure, but two different roles. And if you come back home and say, no, I want to have sex and I'm tired, it's okay.
Yeah, like there's tomorrow.
It's okay.
There's an hour from now. There's the next day after.
But
like you're not gonna die from one night.
It's like,
here's the problem, though.
I know
a lot of women say, "Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow," and then they don't do it tomorrow. So the leverage is that a lot of women say, "Oh yeah, babe, you know what? I'm tired today. I got a headache. I can't do it." And then weeks go by, days go by, and nothing happens. So I'm just saying.
There is a problem. If it was there is a problem.
No, hold on. If it was in reverse, and I said, you know what? I can't pay the bills today. Lights are off. I'm not gonna take care of the home. Then that's a huge problem. And guess what? You're gonna leave me. So if you do it and the guy steps out, why is that a problem? Because once again, you're gonna hold up your end of the bargain.
I think that the problem, if this happen, is in the relationship between the two people. If you have a woman with you that says no every single day, something's wrong. There is a problem, and it's not a problem about roles.
With who?
Oh, I have my responsibility. I need to pay the bill. is a problem between the,
and
between
that's why we
you
said,
and you husband.
and that's why we said on the show, if she doesn't give you the sex, you need to break up with her because clearly she doesn't
but
like or
it's
respect
not about
you anymore.
sex. It's not about sex.
For
Is that
men,
something
it
it is always about sex?
Probably for the woman is not about sex. It's something else.
It is.
No,
but see, once again, right? Men don't leverage their responsibilities against you. Women leverage their body against men. So, a matter of fact, I get what you're saying, 100%. One day you might be tired, and I get that. But constantly doing it back to back, now that's a problem with you
wrong.
leveraging against him. And that's what most girls do. So, you know what? If Johnny doesn't want to buy me tickets to this concert, I'm not going to give him sex. If Johnny doesn't want to take me out for dinner dates tonight, I'll give him sex. And they leverage that against the guy for like a whole period of time. Now, when the guy steps up, goes to the strip club, and gets paid, gets sex with a escort, whatever, now you're mad at him for stepping out. But once again, you leverage that whole period of time against him, and then you wonder why he cheats. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What if you are giving him everything he asked for and he still cheats? So what's the explanation there?
We told you already, men don't cheat; they just have sex.
Yeah, that's cheating.
All right, so
having sex is cheating. You putting your part into somebody else is cheating.
No, it's not. You mentioned earlier that we're old school. I have a question for you. What would you want in your husband if you were to get married?
What do you mean what I want? I just want someone that's going to respect me.
Okay, we need some tangible things. What do they need to bring to the table if you are going to take a man seriously in a relationship and possibly marry him?
Literally, he needs to bring respect. Like, I can handle up on my own. If I want something, I can go and get it. I can go work and get whatever I want. I don't have to depend on somebody to do it.
Okay, does he have to earn at least as much money as you, if not more?
No, he doesn't.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 20.
Okay, yeah, she's no life experience. Okay.
That's actually but it's funny because just because of a number, you're gonna say that. Like, you don't really know what I've gone through. Like, you don't like. It's real easy to judge just because I'm 20. Like, it's
no. But what I am saying is that you're saying this right now because we're on the podcast and everything else like that, and you have to kind of hold the line. But the reality is, you are not going to date a guy that's below you socioeconomically or whatever it may be. You're going to want a guy at least that's your equal. And you're going to want a guy that's at least stronger than you. You're going to want a guy that's at least taller than you.
Can you vouch for me, please? Because everybody thinks I'm fucking lying here.
Like,
she's
really
serious. I'm not lying.
Her man, she really found like a one-of-a-kind one. Like, he's
okay.
crazy.
And it's not financially. It's not financial. It's not because he buys me the nicest cars. I have the nicest house. It's none of that. It's literally respect. He literally respects me.
He's super respectful.
But did you not say earlier that you were in a relationship with a guy and you have a Bentley right now?
No, that was my ex. I said that. If you could rewind, I said my
ex. Yeah. But hold on.
Which even goes more to show. I had the Bentley and all the nice stuff, and I still left it for somebody that's my equal or under. Like, it doesn't matter because he respects me, and the Bentley guy didn't.
Yeah, but the point is that you made a decision to be with a man that had some means, correct? But you left him because he didn't respect you, right?
Not because he didn't respect me, but
yes. Your choice.
Okay.
It was your choice.
What was my choice?
The man you chose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is you're saying that you guys are old school, right? Like, I guess you want to say traditional. But what I am saying is that women tend to look for traditional things in men, right? You got to speak right into it. Right into it. Trey's frustrated. Trey's tight. It's like talking to the goddamn mic.
The whole time he was like speaking to the mic.
So basically, you're saying that we want we're old school, whatever. Women want traditional men too. You want a guy that makes more money than you. You want a guy that's taller than you. You want a guy that's stronger than you. You want a guy to protect you, whatever. The problem is that women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. Let's keep it a stack. You guys want to be modern when it suits you, but then you want to be traditional when it suits you. You want a guy to be a respectful, traditional man, right? I'm with him because he respects me. What traditional characteristic, right?
What does it mean to you?
Can you let me finish?
Sorry.
Right? But at the same time, you're saying, well, I don't want to adhere to traditional roles. I don't want to give him bedroom fun when he needs it or whatever it may be.
I want to go something else.
Yeah. The problem is this, ladies, and this is the trend that we've been trying to kind of have tonight. With modern women, a lot of the time, they want a traditional man, but they don't want to necessarily be traditional women. They want to be modern women. They want to be career women, make money. I don't need a man's money, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But you can say these social constructs that are politically correct, that I'm equal and all this other stuff, but women don't want their equal man. They want a guy that's higher than them. That's just, you guys are hardwired to be that way. That's why you dated a guy that had a Bentley for a bit, even though he disrespected you, because you understood on some primal level in the back of your mind, this guy is higher status. I'm willing to tolerate this disrespect to some degree because this man is higher status than I am. At some point, you had a breaking point and said, fuck it, I don't want to be with him no more. But the point is that attraction isn't a choice, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is what it is. It's just that female roles are negotiable, male roles are static. You had something?
What does it mean for you being a traditional woman? Like,
you need to serve your man. Period. That
is exactly why my last relationship ended, because you guys don't like, okay, you guys want to just be materialistic and bring nothing else to the table, but then expect her to clean for you, cook for you, do this for you, do that for you, do this. Just because you're paying for something, like, tell me you don't want to pay for it anymore and I'll pay for it. If that's going to make you like get off that cloud.
Well, here's the thing. It's that men have to bring tangible assets to a relationship, whereas women don't.
Hold on, Myron. Let me just say one thing. I think the problem they're having is a big semantics argument. They don't like the fact that that would be held over them, that they have to do those things. Because and if you ask her, I'm pretty sure she would not be a man where she would not be with a man that she didn't have to work at all. Meaning that she had to rely 100% on his finances to live. They would not want a man like that because they know at that point he would control everything, and they don't like that fact. So it's a big semantics argument with them, which they don't want a guy having even a slight bit of power over them. They still want the choice. They still want to come in and say, hey, well, if I don't want to, I don't want to. But what they not realizing, if it's a top guy, the guy you always wanted, the guy who's doing all these things for you, if the only thing he's truly asking for you is sex, they don't like being diminished to just that. And that's where the big semantics argument comes at with them.
Well said.
No, I get it. But unfortunately, like a woman's primary role with a man is, to nurture the family, bring children, and to give sexual access. You know what I'm saying? That's why men will fight wars over sexual access. You had some?
When I think of the word traditional, I think of before the times when women had rights and they couldn't leave the men who were cheating on them. Yep. That's what I think of. You had to do whatever he said. You had to do that. You didn't have an option. And if you did, you were out in the street and you had nothing because you couldn't work. You couldn't do anything. That was your sole job. We are now in a time period where that is not how things operate anymore.
Things have changed, definitely.
100%.
Hold on. Before we finish that video, though, let's keep it a stack, though. Since the feminist movement, right, women have reported higher and higher rates of unhappiness. So as women have become more and more free, there's statistical data to show this as well. Women have reported higher and higher rates of not being happy as women have made more money, become more independent, become more successful, climb the corporate ladder, have more education. They're reporting higher rates of unhappiness. Why? Well, it's because women don't derive the same pleasure from success that men do. And there's statistical data to show that the least happy demographic of a human being in the United States is a woman that makes $100,000 a year and is over 40 years old that doesn't have children. 1 in 4 women is on antidepressant or anxiety medication. So tell me how, even though you might say women back then were oppressed, they were happier. They reported higher rates of being happy because women derive pleasure from children and family. Women are more social creatures. You know what I'm saying? So they don't derive the same pleasure from making money that men do. They're told that lie, but a lot of career women, as soon as they have a kid, fuck that. I want to go and deal with my child.
And also this generation alone is going to have more single women dying alone with cats and dogs than any other generation before, because once again, they're leaving prematurely because obviously treatment isn't well. I get that part, but now they're going to be single with nobody versus back in the day, like my grandparents, 70 years together. She might not have been all the way happy, but at the same time, he took care of traditional roles, and she had her own roles as well, but they made it work. Versus here, you know what? He's not the one I want. I'm gonna leave him.
Yeah, so and 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
But yeah.
So tell me how you can say, well, women couldn't leave back then. Well, why are they reporting higher rates of happiness back then versus now, as women have become more single and more independent than ever before? Women have more freedom now than ever before.
They're manipulated.
I think that before that they thought that the way that they were being treated was okay. Now women are not okay.
Realizing that's not okay. Yeah.
And that's why we're leaving. That's why we're so unhappy, is because we're constantly being.
Then explain to me why the satisfaction rates are lower now when they have more privilege and freedom than ever before.
Because it's the realization that you're being disrespected, and before they didn't have that realization. They didn't know they were being disrespected, manipulated.
Phones weren't a thing like that either.
No, trust me, they knew, but they understood the family was more important than their personal needs. Yo, real talk. My grandmother, right? She stayed with my grandmother for 70 years, right? And he would cheat. He would definitely do things that weren't nice. But at the same time, she understood, you know what? I have 3 daughters I got to take care of, and this is the man of the household. And look, at the end of the day, was he right all the time? I'm gonna say no. But at the same time, he made sure that the bills are paid, never late, went on vacations, took care of the whole family, and that kept us together. But nowadays, a guy isn't doing what I want. He's not treating me how I want. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just leave. Divorce him, take some money. Next guy. And before you know it, you're 30 plus years old with maybe a couple kids by yourself, saying, "Oh, you know what? I will never settle."